Hi there! Today, me and my friends are going to talk on chickenpox. Before that, I would like to introduce ourselves. I'm Jayshree and this is Misha, Sushan, Baini, and Pui. Aren't we all cute? Alright now, let's begin.
Chickenpox, also known as varicella, is caused by a virus called the varicella zoster virus. Varicella zoster virus, or we can call it human herpes virus 3, it belongs to the herpes virus family, and they have the architectures of the variants. Its size is varies between 120 and 300 nanometers, and it is described to have a polygonal or round shape with a clearly visible central dome. So chickenpox is a mild but highly infectious disease that most of the children will catch at some point. So it takes 10 to 21 days for the symptoms to show after someone have come into the contact with the virus, which also called the incubation period. It usually causes a rash of the red, itchy spots that turn into the fluid-filled blisters, and they then crush over to form a scab, which eventually drop off. So these spots are most likely to appear on the face, ears, under the arms, on the chest, or even the stomach. After a chickenpox infection, the virus can still stay in the body's nerve tissues. It doesn't cause any harm because it's kept under the control by the immune systems. At any times later in the life, usually in the adulthood, the virus can be reactivated, causing a different form of the virus which is also known as a shingles. 7 days later, a rash will usually appear, followed by blisters that tend to only affect one side of the body. If a person has a shingles, then he is contagious to anyone who has not had the chickenpox before. However, it is impossible to catch shingles from someone who has chickenpox. Some children and adults are at a special risk of the serious problems if they catch chickenpox. They include pregnant women, newborn babies, people with a weakened immune systems.
Other signs and symptoms like fever, loss of appetite, headache, tiredness may appear 1 to 2 days before the rash. Once the chickenpox rash appears, it goes through 3 phases: bumps, blisters, and scab lesion. Once infected, the person can spread the virus for up to 48 hours before the rash appears, and the person will remain contagious until all spots cross over.
Transmission. Varicella is highly contagious. It spreads from person to person through direct contact with the virus. A person can get chickenpox if he or she touch a blister, liquid from a blister, and saliva of a person who has chickenpox. It can also be spread through the airborne and droplet transmission if a person is near someone with chickenpox who is coughing or sneezing as the virus enters the body by nose or mouth. It is also possible an infected mother to transmit the disease to a baby after birth and an infected pregnant woman to a baby before birth. Pathogenesis. PCV enters through the respiratory tract and conjunctiva. The virus is believed to replicate at the site of entry in the nasopharynx and in the regional lymph nodes within 3 days of entry. A primary viremia occurs 4 to 6 days after the infection and disseminates the virus to other organs such as liver, spleen, and sensory ganglia. A second round of viral replication occurs in the body's internal organs, most notably in the liver and the spleen, followed by a secondary viremia 14 to 16 days post-infection. This secondary viremia is characterized by diffuse viral infection of capillary endothelial cells and the epidermis, which produces both intracellular and intracellular erythema.
Diagnosis. Doctors generally diagnose the chickenpox based on the telltale rash. If there's any doubt about the diagnosis, chickenpox can be confirmed with laboratory tests, which includes the blood test or culture of lesion samples. The best way to prevent chickenpox is to get the chickenpox vaccine. Children, adolescents, and adults should get 2 doses of chickenpox vaccine. Chickenpox vaccine is very safe and effective at preventing the disease. If a vaccinated person does get chickenpox, it is usually mild, with fewer red spots or blisters and mild or no fever.